G'day, you beautiful people. My name is Lucas, and I just want to say a quick hello there as I get into the top 10 best fights in Star Wars. I just want to add, this is just all my personal opinion. If you disagree, feel free and leave a comment down below saying where I'm wrong. Okay, so let's get right into number 10. Kylo and Rey versus Snoke's Praetorian Guards coming from The Last Jedi. So I've added this in solely because I just love how well shot the fight is. It's just insanely choreographed. I just loved every moment of it. Probably my favourite part of The Last Jedi, not too much for me to love in that movie. I'm not really the greatest sequel fan, so I'll admit this is probably my biased opinion, so that's why this came in at number 10. So now let's get into number 9. Obi-Wan versus Vader from A New Hope. I know this is kind of low on the list for it being the original fight from Star Wars. Very beloved fight, just, not as much action as the rest of them, so I had to put it, unfortunately, this low, but very, very special scene. Again, first fight we see in Star Wars, if you're coming in, in release order. But there's just not as much emotion and just raw energy we see in some of these other fights. So that is why I put that in number 9. Number 8. Obi-Wan Kenobi versus General Grievous in Revenge of the Sith. So I've selected this scene solely because, it's very iconic lines coming from the battle.
Hello there.
It might not be the most crazy battle we've seen, but it's still iconic and it had to make the list somewhere, so that's why it came in at number 8. Number 7 is Ahsoka Tano versus Vader coming from Rebels. So this has made the cut solely because I find this a very emotional scene. Master versus Apprentice, Annie versus Ahsoka, and as, a massive Clone Wars fan growing up, that really hits the feels. It also shows Ahsoka finally realizing what has happened to her old master.
Ahsoka.
Anakin.
And then the two have to fight it out. And the fight is also just a well-made scene. It's just beautiful fight, beautiful choreography, and very emotional between the two. Number 6 is Obi-Wan versus Maul from Rebels. So I've selected this battle because I feel like the scenes that accompany it are very powerful. It's also Maul being reunited with his greatest foe in Obi-Wan. And obviously I'm an Obi-Wan fan, so I might be being a bit biased with this battle, but I do love a bit of Obi-Wan in my fights. This battle might be short, but it is very great. And it finishes off with a very emotional scene where Maul is put to rest by his greatest foe, and the two share a very brief moment of respect. Number 5. Duel of the Fates, or Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan versus Maul. I know, it's another Obi-Wan Maul fight. But come on, what an iconic moment. It's a Duel of Fates, one of the best soundtracks in Star Wars. It's a moment where Obi-Wan and Maul met, starting this long beef. It's where Qui-Gon died. So much happened in this scene, it's just amazing. Obviously my favourite part of Phantom Menace, and it is a lot of other people's. That's why I had to put this in so high up. Number 4 is Luke vs. Vader in Return of the Jedi. I pretty much had to select this scene. It's just such a powerful moment in Star Wars. It shows Luke struggling with the dark side, just like his father did. And as a prequels and Clone Wars fan, it's just beautiful to see the mirroring between the two, but Luke was actually able to overcome this, as well as helping redeem his father and turn Vader back to the light, with them both turning on Palpatine, finally ending his reign on the galaxy, or so we thought. And number 3 is Luke vs. Vader in Empire Strikes Back. I really don't have much to say about this fight. It's just so iconic, it was impossible not to put it in the top 3. It has Luke vs. Vader for the first time. It also is one of the most iconic scenes in all of Star Wars. And it gives us the most iconic line in all of pop culture, one of the most quoted lines.
No, I am your father.
It's also just a brilliant fight scene. It's well choreographed, well shot, and just enjoyable to watch. What else can you ask for? Number 2. Ahsoka vs. Maul for the final season of Clone Wars. This is my all-time favourite animated fight scene in all of Star Wars. It also has 2 of my favourite characters, so that also helps in its ranking. But what helps it the most is the innovation this scene represents. The fight scene was done in mocap, so it had real-life stunt performers doing the scenes for it. They brought back Maul's original actor to do it. It was just an amazing moment in Star Wars. That's why I had to put it in number 2. So finally, number 1 is the Battle of Heroes of Anakin vs. Obi-Wan from Revenge of the Sith. I know this could be the Obi-Wan fan coming through very strong, but come on, what an incredible scene. I found this very insanely choreographed. Every moment had action in it, and I absolutely loved every moment. And it also gave us the Obi-Wan spin, and as a lightsaber collector, I can't live without it. We also get some very quotable lines, very emotional lines at times, especially with Obi-Wan finally realizing that his student and the man he sought as a brother can't be redeemed, can't be saved. And this is where we see Vader's final transformation and the loss of his limbs, leading him to become the half-man, half-machine we know and love. So I hope you like this. This is kind of like a soft reset for my channel. I'm going to start doing some more pop culture themed videos. So if you did like this, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.